Hi everyone, I'm Christina and this is my 2014 book haul / unboxing. Because I'm primarily a Kindle reader, I don't achieve a big quantity of books throughout a year, so I thought I would just give you a year in all the books I actually bought or were given gifts or anything like that. I have a short unboxing that I'll put in at the end. I want to start off with a stack of books I got this year that all have one very important thing in common. They're all signed. First up, I have the entire Dustland Trilogy. So I didn't get Blood Red Road this year. This was a gift a few years back now, but I got it signed this year. But I did achieve both Rebel Heart and the newest one, Raging Star, this year, and I met the author and she signed all three. Personalized, signed all three, took pictures, answered questions. It was great. First off, I have 4 by Veronica Roth, and this is signed. She was one of the authors at the signing. Let me find it. I ended up buying 4 because it's my favorite cover, so I wanted this one signed. Next up, you've already seen this if you've watched the end of my best books of 2014. I fell in love with this book this year, and I was so lucky to meet one of my favorite authors, Tyler Maffey. So I already showed this last video, but thought I'd mention it again. Is a stack of books that are basically usually my only primary buys of the year. They all have one very important requirement, and is they are written by Cassandra Clare. So starting off the year with City of Heavenly Fire, I rushed after school to go pick this up. Read it in one day. It was beautiful, but I needed this one. I buy all of Cassandra Clare books in physical hardcover. And I also picked up the Bane Chronicles right away, and I was able to get both of these 40% off at Chapters, which was like wonderful. Thank you, Chapters, for being so nice and kind. So yeah, got the Bane Chronicles. Both of these are awesome. The next stack are secondhand. I have a secondhand bookstore that I love to go to when I visit Pike's Place in Seattle. First trip in 2014, which was with a music tour, I picked up Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children, and I had just read this and I loved it, and it was $5. Second trip, when I went down with my mother, I picked up Hollow City, which was a bit more. It was 10, but still, they're in amazing shape, and it's a great secondhand bookstore. It's in the basement of Pike's Place, and they do have a smaller teen section, but you know, if you're like me and you're trying to get back some of your favorites that you read who are popular, you'll find them. Something I received this year. I received The Red Pyramid by Rick Riordan from a stepmom. She had taken my original copy of The Red Pyramid as a borrow and lost it, and she felt bad, so she bought me a new one. I didn't really care that much. You know, I like Rick Riordan, but I didn't need to own it. But no, the only Rick Riordan book I own is this one now. So that's where I'm at. Next up are a few classics that I got over the course of the year. The Catcher in the Rye by J.D. Salinger. This is actually my stepdad's copy. He had no attachment to it, didn't care. I took it off the shelf, and now it sits in my room, my shelf. And I read it this summer, and it's okay. And then I got this book from my grandmother. She made me go through her entire house and look for books that I wanted, and I saw Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen, so I picked it up. Picked up this along with a very new Philippa Gregory book, but I'm not there yet, of course, in the series, so it's downstairs, and I'll get to it one day, hopefully. But it's a chunky series. But this one I want to read away, and I feel bad because it's like got coffee stains on it. But I did read this summer as well, and this is definitely up there in classics for me. Maybe not my most favorite, but the plot of this book is definitely my favorite plot of a classic. It's just the writing style I found harder to read for me. Continuing on the Jane Austen train, I got these 3 books. They were purging from my mom's school's library. And these are 3 Jane Austens that are not extremely popular, of course, because they had to keep things like Pride and Prejudice and Emma. Emma is the next Jane Austen book I want to eventually get, because I'm really close now to having all her works, surprisingly. So, first up, these are all the Oxford Illustrated Jane Austen editions, so they look really pretty. And I keep them off somewhere else. I put stuff on them because it looks cool. So first off, I have Mansfield Park. Then I have Northanger Abbey and Persuasion. And lastly, I have the minor works, so things like Lady Susan and some essays in here. I have one last book to talk about. This one was not bought in 2014. It was bought in 2015. And it is Since You've Been Gone by Morgan Matson. And I actually talked about Since You've Been Gone in my Best Books of 2014 video. Now I actually physically own it. And there's one main reason why I physically own it. Focus. It says $5.99. Chapters had a buy one get one free sale. I bought another book for somebody else, and I went to the bargain books, and I was like, if there's a cheap book that I want, it won't only be a couple bucks. So yeah, I got this for $3. Now, this is the very exciting part for me. This package arrived this morning, and now it's under a bunch of books. Let's not show you my address. Okay. My mom allowed me to get something off Hebel Design, and I'm very excited about this. If you know me at all, or if you know of Hebel Design, you'll know that they're cool and I like them and all that jazz. This is Hebel Design is a girl named Vivian who lives in California who makes fandom themed jewelry, and I totally love her. And this is not sponsored, but just go check it out. It's cool. Oh, and I have my smallest tin yet. The only items I have right now of hers is I have the Clockwork Angel, which doesn't come with a chain, and I have the chain I just used for it. And I have America's Songbird that I got this Christmas because it's the newest stuff, the new selection collection, which is cool. This one though, this one's been an item I've always wanted, but it's always kind of been an expensive item. But then I found a cheaper alternative, so hopefully this works out. But if it doesn't work out, I at least have a chain for it. You'll get what I mean the minute I open it. Ooh. This, my friends, is a Herondale ring. And it fits! Oh gosh, guys, it fits my hand. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.